Fantastic to be here in person. Actually seeing your faces, not a screen shining back to me. Let's see if I can show you my slides as well. I can. Hello, everyone. I would like to spend the next 15 minutes or so on gaming, and I hope I do have some gamers here, right? Or perhaps even game creators, right? So let's look into how gaming will bring millions of users to blockchain and why. But before we do so, I would like to introduce myself and the company I represent. I'm a gamer, entrepreneur, also ex-Googler. Now, for the past 7 years, I've been leading a company I co-founded, GAMEE. It's a game with one more E that makes that GAMEE. And we have been building mobile games with an ambition to connect people through play. And our GAMEE grew a lot. We have built a strong community of 30 million people, and we see 4.7 billion gameplays on our platform, actually 80 million gameplays every month, so that number is probably not true anymore. We have launched over 80 games on our platform, and we saw that the community was really engaged into what's next, and so are we. What is next for us? So we decided to take that to a next level and started looking into how blockchain tech can actually take what we have to the next level using the expertise and knowledge we have from building a gaming platform. And we started working on Arcade. Arcade is powered by GAMEE Token. It's a gaming platform that we opened into an initial phase as a waiting line very recently. And it happens to be during the same time when Polygon exceeded Ethereum in the number of active wallets. Did you guys notice the news? When that happened, Polygon has more wallets than Ethereum now. It's because of Arcade. Because within the first 7 days of opening Arcade into waiting line, we saw 1 million registered people coming in, opening blockchain wallets on Polygon, and starting to mine first GAMEE token and play our first game in order to wait and be early for the gaming platform. So now we have those people in the waiting line for what? What is the Arcade they're waiting for? So it's a mobile app. It's when mobile games meet crypto rewards in a system that brings esports to everyone. So these are skill-based tournaments. Anybody can play, compete, earn rewards, but also host a tournament for any community. Also pitch a game that can be voted and launched on the platform. Also vote on the prize distribution. And also hosting the first blockchain-based game characters that you have here in black, because we have not revealed them yet. So this is one of the first shadows that we're showing publicly. The first utility of the NFTs will be within Arcade, and then they will go freely into other games and other metaverses. But I'm not here to talk about Arcade, because you can all download it on your iPhone, Android, and see what happens when the waiting line actually turns into a first version of Arcade. What I want to talk about is that we live in a golden era of play. And it's a really perfect time for gaming, and we witness it, we live it. There's a lot of money in gaming, approximately $176 billion predicted this year, approximately 2.5 billion gamers on the planet. The industry is way bigger than movie, music, and sport combined. And this is only natural because we have always been playful animals, right? We grew up with play, and there's nothing that lights up the brain like play. We have learned as kids for play. Animals do learn through play. And we see this play revolution. We're witnessing it right now. Well, there are two trends that are meeting at the same time. Games became a universal entertainment medium, connecting people across countries, ages, beliefs. And the second trend is we see gamification of life everywhere we look. That started in games and play, but it transformed into many areas of our life. And these two trends actually met each other, and they were amplified by social and mobile technology that made gaming explode. It brought gaming, simple phones, brought gaming to the hands of anybody on the planet, as well as gave a stage to creators to launch a game to anybody. And gaming expanded. Now, games were thought of as a solo, maybe even niche experience, but now they're hitting world stage. How did that happen, right? Do you recognize that? That's when gaming goes beyond gaming and makes a new category of sport, where hundreds of thousands of people watch other people play and treat them like a rock star. Do you know what's that? That when gaming goes beyond gaming and hosts a wedding or a funeral during COVID time where people could not meet each other face to face, they did these rituals in Animal Crossing in this case. And this one is hosting music festival, connecting people inside games that goes beyond the actual gameplay. This is an example of a movie that was inspired by a video game. So as you see that we really live in the era of gaming. And what we also see that games actually address the crisis of motivation that we see in 21st century. They give us something that works. They make us go beyond. You know, the level achieved, achievement unlocked, keep going, leveled up. So that works for us. It makes us keep going. And there is a new culture of gamification all around us. You probably have your watch that makes you move more, right? Maybe you have a headband that makes you sleep better. Maybe you're using a driving app that makes you be kinder to each other with the driver. It's everywhere we look, and it came from games. The fact that this works gives us some purpose of belonging. It makes us connect to something that's bigger than just games. And this is why gaming is a massive culture force. It's not just a solo niche experience. Now, this is the era of play, but we are now at a crypto conference. Well, how does this relate? How does that matter? I don't have to tell you that this is the right time for the next stage of gaming. If social and mobile technology took gaming where it is right now, blockchain is going to take it to a yet another level. And I don't have to convince you that crypto is really booming, because that's why you're here, all of you. So that is clear, we know that, right? But what that means for gaming. So what is the new phase of gaming where blockchain is taking it? And we're at the very, very beginning of that. Well, first of all, I think we have to talk about money, because money is driving most of the motivation. So there are new economic models that are coming into games. If you are designing games or playing games, you know that in free-to-play mobile games, which is the mass market, 99 point something players never pay. They never pay. They play, and then there is a small fraction of people who fund the whole fund for everybody. Now, when something's for free, you have to think, like, how is it free? If something's for free, probably you are the money, right? And in free-to-play games, yes, you are the money. Like the data behaviors feeding the machine that optimizes for conversion rate to make the people who are willing to pay as much as possible. Now, the sad part about that is the people who play for free very rarely achieve the same level of progress as those people who pay, and that's unfair. There is something broken about it. Unfortunately, it's very profitable, so it sticks around quite a lot. But play-to-earn changes that, right? How? With play-to-earn, gamers can be incentivized to do activity that benefits the play and players as well, and they get economic value out of it. How? Because the game currency is tokenized, as well as the game assets, real estate, game character, skin, booster, you name it, is tokenized. There is some economic value into earning that you can offer to sell to other players. Now, the flow of the money is not just between the very fraction of a percentage of players who pay and the game developer, but it's within the whole ecosystem. So players are incentivized to make the game grow. And this is what changes the game. So it's completely a reverse system. So now game developers used to think, what is the player worth for the game? How much can I pay for the player? What is the lifetime value of the player? Now we have to think completely differently. What is the game worth for the player, right? How much is the game worth for the player to stay? And that's a reverse type of game design that we're looking into, and we already see first games adopting that. Second one, you know that really well. It's the true ownership. It's when you own something, you have some property rights. Now, how does it relate to games? You have all probably achieved something in games that you thought of as belongs to you, but if the game developer decides to shut down the game, well, bad for you, you have nothing. When you actually own the game asset, you can decide what to do with it. Now, it comes with the possibility to sell, but also rent or loan, actually lend against. but also to be able to take it from one game to another. Now, the change in the game design here is traditionally you have a game and you design assets for that game. What else can we add in that game to keep the game running? When we reverse it, you have game assets that are in the center of attention, in the center of the design, blockchain-based NFTs. And now you're looking into the games that are designed for those games, which, voila, reverses the whole system. Now you have the assets, and they can enter various different games or metaverses if you want. Now, why do we speak about metaverse? For some, this is like a far future. We don't even have to care about it that much. For some others, this is already happening. Well, it depends on your point of view. If you think about your LinkedIn or Twitter presence, your profile, your credit or engagement followers you have achieved, well, that could be seen as part of the metaverse. Unfortunately, you cannot take it from one to another yet. But I believe it will be gaming companies who will make that happen, and they will enable people to take their assets from one metaverse to another. And when this combines, the new economic models with this ownership rights, property rights, it gives enormous power in the hands of the player. Yes, they will look at the game and they will start asking, what is it I can own, create? What is it I can do here with this? Can I take it to another place, or is it a locked system? If we can offer this as a package to gamers, this is the moment when games start competing not only for leisure time between each other, but they start competing for productive time as well. And this is the moment when we see millions of gamers coming to blockchain, because this is the proposition that is changing the game, and this is the new era of play. I'm really excited that me and my team, GAMEE and Arcade, we're on this journey. It's a very exciting one. It's a very beginning of that. If you would like to follow our journey, find me, GAMEE, or Arcade on Twitter. A close metaverse. And let's take it from there.